A lady called Vicky is here today to share her experience of her little baby and how that little baby had a heartbreaking diagnosis in the womb and how she chose life with every life counts. So folks, let's welcome Vicky to the stage.
Hi everyone. I'm from a group of parents called Every Life Counts, and I'd like to tell you about my daughter Líadán. In 2014, I found out I was pregnant with my third child. At a scan at 24 weeks, they said there may be something wrong with our baby. They told me that I had to go to Dublin to be checked and see what was wrong with her. We also found out that day she was a little girl and we called her Líadán. The doctor in Dublin scanned me very quickly and he said, "I'm sorry, love, it looks like Trisomy 18. And I didn't know what that was. And he said, she's incompatible with life. And I didn't know what that meant either. Trisomy 18 is a life-limiting condition that means that your baby won't live for long. I asked the doctor, what could we do? Meaning, how could we help her? He said, your only option is to pop to England. My precious little girl was so active and I could see her on the screen and kicking and moving and I could feel what I could see. No matter how hard this news was, we never would have considered ending her life. We were so grateful for any time we would have with her. She was our daughter and we would love and protect her. The bond between a mother and child is something described as sacred. That word doesn't do it justice. It is more than sacred. It defines the very nature of us as a species, our unbreakable commitment to each other, and the way we are not two separate individuals, but we are made of the same flesh and blood. I asked my own doctor in Waterford, was she in any pain or distress? And he said, no, she's fine and happy where she is. All she can feel is you loving her. He said, Vicky, come out of work now and spend this time with her. These are her moments. These are her first steps. So we did. We took time off work and we spent the days telling her Dr. Seuss stories, which we heard already today. A person is a person, no matter how small. We told her every day how much we loved her, and her brother and sister would play music and talk to her. Líadán's movement started to slow down. We checked on her with scans and Dopplers, and she was doing well and she was growing. And every day was a blessing with her. One day, Líadán felt very quiet, and a friend of mine called. I said, she's been very quiet today. And she said, come on, we'll have some tea and cake and that will get her moving. Because we knew that cake would get her moving. And when I asked my consultant, how was that? Was I imagining it? He said, no, she can taste sweet things in your amniotic fluid. So we knew then she was like her mother and she loved cake. So we had tea and cake. And lo and behold, I got this stretch and a push, and I could feel it. And I remember hugging her in with my elbows and saying, you hang in there, cupcake, Mammy loves you. You're doing good. A short time after that, I got a very bad pain, and Líadán never kicked again. Líadán died at home with love, care, and most of all, dignity. There is no grief like the loss of a child. It really doesn't matter how old that child is. There are women in Ireland who have lost adult sons and daughters. There are women who have lost small children. And there are women like me who knew the loss would come before their child saw the light of day. And yet, Sinn Féin and Amnesty International that say they protect people are using my pain and pain like mothers like mine to sanction unrestricted abortion on healthy babies and healthy mothers. Our suffering has been shamelessly used by these pushing for abortion. They want you to feel our sorrow and our misery and despair. They want to turn your sympathy into a license to kill. Well, I, for one, will not stand and be silent while our suffering is used to inflict death on healthy babies. Líadán was not a baby with a fatal fetal abnormality, like Mary Lou MacDonald would call her. She was my baby, and she was perfect. She had black, curly hair. She had a birthmark on her left butt cheek, and she had long, beautiful fingers. Her life was short, but it was full of the kind of love that I can't even explain to you here today. I'm asking you here today to take all our stories, and they're painful to listen to. They are painful. But I'm asking you to take these stories and spread the truth. In the South, we got hit with lies and deceit and media bias. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, and keep talking. This is all you have to talk about. Now just keep talking about it. Tell them the truth. Tell them that this is not compassion and it is not healthcare. And especially our sick babies. We lost so many votes on people thinking that sick babies especially needed their lives ended. That's not true. And we all know that's not true. We have come up here today from the South. I think we've travelled the furthest with the Waterford bus. We're here with you today for many reasons. We needed to be around pro-life people like yourselves. We have great comfort being here today. And we want you to know that we are with you all the way on this. We are pro-life until we take our last breath. We will fight against abortion until the day I die. And I was always asking you to speak for those that have no voice. Pro-life and proud.